All right, I just want to shoot a quick video because sometime last year we implemented something that a lot of shop owners don't do. And we found out that if you look at our parking lot here, you know, we share a parking lot with like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I don't know, like 10 businesses here. And we're all fighting for this parking lot. So sometimes our customers are parking way down there. And we also grew really quick. So I just remember, like, I don't know, a year and a half ago, we were maybe averaging 200 cars a month. And last month, being January, it's one of our slowest months, and we had 418 cars. In December, we had 450 cars. In August, we had like 480 cars. So we grew really quick. We have 2 advisors up front. And the biggest bottleneck, so I came in and I was like, man, what's like the biggest bottleneck we have in our shop? And I realized that whenever a customer gets checked in, we're getting their phone numbers and everything, getting them checked in, and then the advisors would have to come out all the way to the car. Sometimes they're like walking all the way to the end of the parking lot because look, these are reserved for these businesses. So like we try to keep like a spot up here open, but it's impossible. So sometimes we're walking way down there. You see there's like a parking spot way down there. Getting the VIN number, the mileage. And what's one thing that an advisor always has to get when they come into your shop? Well, they have to do the walk around to mark any pre-existing damage. You know, if a bumper's hanging off, there's a scuff mark, you really want to notate that before a car gets into the shop, right? For obvious reasons. Well, that is a huge bottleneck because let's say like we open up 8 o'clock in the morning, there's 10 customers standing up out in front getting ready to be checked in. And if each advisor is having to go out into the parking lot to get all this information, I mean, that just takes so much time. And a technician, if you think about it, they need to go out into the parking lot anyway to get into the car. So what we do is we just check them in, and advisors do not step away from the counter. You know, they just get the customer information. If it's their first time here, they'll get the address and stuff, but they won't get the car information because a technician is going to go out there anyway. So a technician will go out, and with Techmetric and a lot of shop software now with DVIs, what we're going to do is we're going to do like a 5-second video walk around. So they just take your phone out and just walk around the car like this. And it takes like 3 seconds, 5 seconds to do that. And while they're getting in the car, it'll upload while they're driving into the shop. So it doesn't take any extra time at all. Also, if it's a first-time customer and the car's not in the system, they'll just, look at the tag and put the tag in the system, and it'll populate the VIN number. All right, that doesn't take that much time at all anyway. And then, what does a technician do when they get in the car? One of the first things they do is they check to see if there's any lights on the dash. Like you want to notate if there's a check engine light or airbag light on before you're working on the car. And right under that is the odometer. So they'll also enter in the mileage. So the advisors don't need to do any of that stuff. And that really helps with the bottleneck. And I'll just kind of show you our setup. We do a couple things to help with the bottlenecks in our shop. We have a 10 bays, currently 7 people that can do DVIs in the shop. Let's say pretty busy. It's February, one of our slowest months. But let's see, walk in. So what really helps out is this board right here. And for each car that comes in, there's a magnet. And we just kind of move things over, the inspection, the DVI part, this is paid, diag, waiting for parts, and then work in process. And just having and being organized like that helps a lot with the bottlenecks. This is our shop here. And we do a DVI for everything. And that just helps a lot. I mean, technicians are pulling cars in anyway. But yeah, so hopefully that helps some people out there and the bottlenecks in your shop. But it just really worked well. I mean, we've been doing it for at least 6 months now, and just having the advisor stay on the front counter instead of just walking around. And obviously, like you saw one of my advisors behind the building that's talking to a tech. That's fine and all, but man, when it's the top of the hour, when a lot of people come in, like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and then sometimes like people's lunch hour at noon, I mean, it just gets pretty crazy here. And that it just helps a lot, just streamlining things and finding bottlenecks and yeah.